welcome to the Autumn Gros Morne solo summit hiking vlog. Here we go. Let's get this bread.
Yeah, looks like the first 4 miles or so are pretty uphill, and then rest on the way down. Started about 10 because I think it's supposed to clear up sunwise, a little bit of sun in the day. It's supposed to clear up sunwise at like noonish, so I kind of wanted to get the nice sunny views at the top, and the afternoon is really nice. So I was worried about being really cold, so I brought like 5-6 layers. At the moment, I got one of them halfway off. So the shorts I added to my bag last minute might be getting busted out, but update. It's about 5 minutes since the last one I took off the sweater. Too hot, but we're killing it. Roll one can. First wardrobe change. Shorts had to come out, man. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was gonna be. Nice. It's only gonna get warmer today, so at the summit I might need to put on some pants, but I'll sweat my ass off, so had to change. Alright, 2K in, making good progress. Go further than I thought. We're almost at the ascent. Yeah, the only thing is I'm sweating my ass off. You can see the little beads. The shorts on. I didn't expect to sweat my ass off, bro. I got 5 layers in my bag, so carrying around a bit of extra weight, but you know, it's better to have what you need, you know? Better be prepared than I'm prepared. Man, I'm sweating my ass off here. So not what I expected. It was very cold yesterday, and it's a lot warmer today, so I'm not gonna complain.
All right, most of the remaining TikTok, all 14 minutes of it, will be voiceover because I did not live vlog most of the hike because there's people nearby, and I felt kind of like a maniac. So here we get a nice little waterfall. Pretty nice. Good views. Good views.
Waterfall. Pretty cool. This still hard to sweat my ass off out here, but cool. I'm getting in that water. Catching me jumping off the bridge and.
All right, here we are. That is Gros Morne in front of us. That's the start of the ascent. And whoop, little fall. Don't worry about it. Kind of nailed it. But yeah, you can see it's pretty wet trail conditions. It's pretty lovely though. Like had generally a very good time. So here I am working on my balance skills. You can zoom in. That's the ascent. You can see some people going up. So that's kind of why I didn't live vlog, was there was people pretty close behind me and in front of me. So I felt like kind of diabolical just sitting there talking to myself. But yeah, you can see really good views, great weather for this point. Nice little bridge coming up here. So yeah, overall it's been pretty lovely up until this point, and the weather was a lot better than I thought it was going to be because it was supposed to be kind of sunny in the afternoon, but cloudy in the morning, so I didn't really expect it to be this nice on the way up. Here I am, started the ascent, just kind of taking a seat, looking out. The ascent is pretty much just a scramble up to the top. I think this is probably the 6th or 7th mountain I've hiked to the summit of. This is the only one the ascent has been like this. Usually it's kind of like a switchback. This one you're kind of just scrambling up in a straight line, which is a bit diabolical, but it's pretty fun. I think it took me 55 minutes from the Strava. So great views. Once you're here, you're about the top, and I'm going to toss you back over to myself for another live action vlog. Bet you didn't see that coming.
All right, put a fat min. Since the last live action vlog. Too many people close to me. I feel socially awkward just talking to myself. But it's going pretty good. Almost to the top, I think. Just right there should be. Ascent was pretty tough, I can't lie. It was just steep. You just got scrambled, but it is. Good views, good views. Hoping the sun comes out here in the next 30 minutes. The weather said it would, so.
Here is the Gros Morne summit sign that everybody, their mom, their dog, their cat, their goldfish, and their grandma gets a picture with. Of course, I did too. Here I am. Went down a little bit and found a place to sit. Seeing some lakes that would be awfully scrumdiddly-dumptious to paddleboard in, I think. Maybe that's a spoiler. Maybe, maybe I'll do that another time. You'll have to see. Stay tuned. Follow. Subscribe.
All right, be up here. The summit. The sun is literally just coming out. I did most of this with my shirt off. I'm now actually bundled up. I have more layers if I need. I also have some warmers. Got those going in the pocket, keeping them warm. Yeah, I knew the sun would be cold, But it's pretty nice up here, right? Like, let's get back. Literally in the clouds. Fall leaves are great. Walk up, not too bad. The sun's kind of back there. I'm up here 10-15 minutes. I think in the next 10 minutes, you get a lot of sun. It's cloudy most of the ascent, which was good because I'll sweat my ass off. Like, I really didn't bundle up till 10 minutes ago, just chilling. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, we have a side quest inside of a side quest here. It's side questception. So I'm erecting a rock wall to cut off the wind because it was pretty windy. I was kind of cold. I can't lie. But yeah, it was pretty good. So here I do a little sun dance. And then, woo, the sun comes out. If that is not a sign, I do not know what is. But yeah, I'm basically erecting myself a palace in the sky. Waited at the sun for 2 hours for it to be sunny. And spoiler, it was sunny every other minute of the day except for the 2 hours I was at the summit. So it's how it happens sometimes in life. But I had a great time nonetheless. I got good views. And I mean, sitting on top of a mountain with the clouds coming into you is kind of an authentically maybe Newfoundland experience, but also just like part of it. You know, you get to feel the cloud, feel the humidity. And it was still good views. It really didn't cut off too much. So I still had a really enjoyable time. And it wasn't too cold either. But yeah, you can see here, that's my little wall, my palace in the sky. You can see my little view here from the wall. I don't really know why I chose this clip when I was making it, but this is what I did. So you can see. That's my view. Pretty good. Just kind of if you see the summit sign, walk down a little bit, you can find my throne. So yeah, it was pretty good. It actually kept me pretty warm. So stayed there for about 2 hours. But eventually I decided, it's been 2 hours and it didn't look like any sky was clearing up. So I continued on. Of course, had to crack my summit drink here first. Was hoping to save this for when there was sun. But that never happened, so we move on. All right, moving on. We got this lovely little boardwalk that takes you away from the summit to the other side of Gros Morne, which also has some very nice views. So, looking at this is a view of, what is it, like the brook, the lake in between the two of them? I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty good. I saw it with a bit less cloud than in the video, but I waited there for 20-30 minutes to hopefully see it with some sun, and yet again, no sun. So I spent about 2.5 hours at the top of this mountain in the clouds, and quite literally, it was sunny the rest of the day. So, a bit unfortunate with the timing. But, you know, no regrets. Still a great time. And, yeah, still a really good view. So, you can see me here taking a little stroll. I'm basically just clip farming here. Like, I'm straight up emoting in this one. I'm just having a good time, you know? Like, that is some great cap here. This is some unreal cap. So, just moving on. Just great cap, you know? Good times. All right, time to address the question on everyone's mind. Why did I drive 7 hours, hike Gros Morne for 8 hours, then drive 7 hours back, and take a day off work to do this all alone? And to answer your question, it's because my roommates are in Montreal this weekend. My other friends had to work or have moved to Toronto fully. So really had no one else to go with. So I said, fuck it. I'm hiking Gros Morne. I wanted to hike Gros Morne, so this is what we're doing. This is what we did. It's pretty sick. Sun's starting to come out here. I didn't even know it at this point. But the vibes are about to change. You feel that? The seasons are turning, lads. All right, so here we go. We're descending this staircase. Look up and snap the fingers. Boom. All of a sudden, sunny. Autumn leaves, in full display. This is great. I'll also say this. This is the one point of the hike where I wasn't actually 100% sure I was on the trail because it was kind of a split, and you can see it gets a little dicey. But yeah, you know. We got a little mud here. I'm going, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Big jump. So, yeah, I still got it, you know. Some people might say I lost it, but I still got it. Like, we all know that. And I think, you know, if you thought I lost it, you're just wrong. And we all knew that. But, yeah, you can see it's pretty muddy. And then when I saw this boardwalk was actually when I was like, you know what? I actually am on the trail. So that's good. But, yeah, you know, you can see blue skies as far as the eye can see starting this moment. So that's very nice. So to the keen viewer, you may have noticed I have not eaten yet, and that's because I am a weapon. But I also decided it was time to bust out my handy sandwich, which I made using bread from Mana, salami from Mana, and cheese from Sobeys, as well as sauce from Mana. So it's not a Mana sandwich, because I made it at home, but it's all Mana ingredients. And this is a video of me breaking character. I thought this clip was actually so funny that I couldn't stop laughing when I took it. I can't even stop laughing now. It's just ridiculous. Yep. So we finished the sandwich, and yeah, we just get good views here, you know. As you can see, the vibes are high. Like, the sun is out. And honestly, I'll say this. I expected this hike to be a lot harder. The way that people talked about this hike, it's like it's 18 kilometers, right? And it's I think it was 4 hours 45 minutes of moving time. We probably did about 7 because I waited at the top for sun. But like, genuinely, I thought it was very easy compared to how people talked about it. Now, like, it's not like it's like, oh yeah, it's a snooze, right? Oh, also here's a frog, peep that, right? Ribbit. That's what I'm saying. So sure had to come back off. Obviously, I was sweating my ass off, if you know me. Yep. So the rest of this, we kind of just like hustled down. We were just trying to get moving. The sun was there, vibes were good. I was all alone on the trail. I didn't live vlog it again. My phone battery was running a little low, but I had a charger, but I didn't want to like take off my backpack and charge it. So instead, I just kind of like film myself. I kind of, here I am. Oh, now I'm absolutely moving, because I got the idea of a paddleboard in my head. So I'm like, hustle. So like maybe even a half trail run here, people could say. So I'm kind of like moving, but yeah, almost fell at one point, but kind of recovered it. So here's another clip. At this point, it's just like sunny and the vibes are high, right? But I'm basically almost, there's basically kind of an approach, and then this is it. So that's the climb. So I've finished the loop, so now I just need to double back from where I came up at the start, get back to the car. I think at this point it's about another 4K. I stepped in mud on this boardwalk, if you remember. Absolutely doused my foot in mud. But my footwear was actually very solid this entire time. Shout out these Columbia shoes that Penny bought me. I think literally the week I moved to St. John's. I worn them 2 or 3 times. Not really because I don't hike, but more because I hike in Crocs. But yeah, seriously, this is just like, man, look at that. Look at like the blue skies. We were at the top, and I was getting wind blasted by goddamn clouds for 2.5 hours. And then 30 minutes later, this is what the goddamn sky looks like. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, here we are. This is the opening B-roll. That's Gros Morne Mountain right there. Pretty sick. Here I am, just enjoying life. At this point, vibes were through the roof. Let me tell you, I was having the time of my life because it was like 16, 17 and sunny in September. So I got to see like Gros Morne autumn leaves in the sun. Every time I see someone do this hike, it always looks like it's cloudy. So I'm like very blessed I got with the sun. But I'm just having a great time. So yeah, we keep on moving. Oh, I absolutely decked my head on this tree. like because the hat was kind of blocking and I was looking down because I didn't want to like step somewhere. Absolutely decked myself. Like mild great concussion. But we still move. So yeah, I mean, we're moving down. This is the bridge, the waterfall. I said I was going to jump in. I did not. I pursued out of that idea. And I think we all knew I was going to. So if you're studying in other words, it's your fault. So one kind of last view at Gros Morne. I will also say this. If anybody says in the comments, Honey Badger, I will ET the first person to say it $5 for sticking through 13 minutes of this 14-minute vlog. So Honey Badger is your word of the day. But there we are, the cars, the end, the end of the tunnel at any hike, But this wasn't the end of the side quest. We have multiple more phases of the side quest. Just said multiple. So we got in the car, drove, and boom, I literally just picked a lake on the map, and look at this. Come on, there's a dock and a sign that says no swimming, which I did not listen to at all. And if anyone thought I was going to listen to, you're an idiot. But yeah, look at that view. Sun going down, paddleboard out. Took me 10 minutes to pump up, but like, come on. What a way to end the day. So yeah, I just did 2 of the exact same clips. But yep. Put my stuff down, and we hopped in, which I couldn't really film because it's just me. So you're going to see me, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. So finish our little paddleboard. Yes, sir. Lovely. Sun's kind of going down at this point, so I decided I got a little meal from a local restaurant, parked by the coast, and watched the sunset while watching Suits. Thanks for watching this entire vlog. Here's a little clip of the hostel I stayed at. It was $45, but yeah. Appreciate the support. Maybe next time a YouTube video. I don't know. But this is kind of a little bit long for a TikTok, but we don't worry about that. We move.